welcome to my channel. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being here. If you're new to the channel, please click on the subscription button and subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. Today, we're going to be talking about friendships. We live in a society where we tend to call everybody friend. Everybody is now friend. You meet somebody today, tomorrow the person is your friend. Anywhere you see anybody, just simply because you people shared maybe a common view or a common thought, or you people belong to the same school of thought or something, you've already graduated the person to a level of friendship. I don't think that's cool, because these days we have a lot of stories of so-called friends dealing with us in a way that cannot even be said of, treating us badly. We have stories of the friends poisoning friends. We have stories of friends backstabbing friends, and a lot of stress, a lot of things are going on about what friends are doing to friends. I just think that half the time is because we do not take out our time to scrutinize people we let into our corner. We do not take our time to really know or examine people we let into our space. Now, before I go on, I want to read out dictionary meaning of the word friend. Now, dictionary says that friend is one you are attached to by affection or esteem, which means your friend has to be somebody that you are really attached to. You really, really need to know this person. There has to be a form of connection, a form of affection. Something needs to bind you people together. Something beyond that you people belong to the same school of thought, or something beyond the fact that this person is fine, this person is good, this person has vibes. Things beyond that has to bind you people together to make you people become friends. We need to learn to normalize saying somebody is my friend and somebody is an acquaintance. Nobody will beat you. If you meet me tomorrow and you feel like I have not qualified to be in your friendship space, feel free to say I am an acquaintance. Feel free to say, oh, she's a colleague, she's my classmate, she's my schoolmate, she's this, she's a neighbor. Feel free to say it. Nobody will beat you. Nobody will snatch your candy from you. That way, even saves from a lot of stress. Now, let us also look at the meaning of the word acquaintance. An acquaintance is a person whom one knows but is not particularly close to. So, the fun things, there are some certain people we call friends simply because of how long we've known them. Maybe you've known them since like primary school or secondary school or university days, or from when you started working and all of that. But you just know that you're close to these people, but they're not exactly your people, they're not exactly in your circle. But then you go about calling them friends and according a certain level of responsibility to them, because in your head you feel like they are your friends, and that is just not nice. Really, it sets you up for possible damage. It sets you up for possible hurt, because if we look at the things people have done to us and why they hurt us, half the time, yeah, if you think about it well, it's not really about their action. It's about the expectations you had towards certain people. It's about the expectation or the regard you had towards them. So when they fail or they fall short of that expectation that you've created in your head, and they do those things to you, it will hurt you, because to you, you've placed people in a certain place where you feel like they know better than to treat you this way. Simply because you people are not that close, you guys are not that friends. Your friend is somebody that should be with you at your highest and at your lowest point. Your friend is somebody that should celebrate your wins and cry when you lose. Your friend is somebody that you know in your heart that if you tell this person something, it goes to the grave with them. Your friend is not somebody he's not a colleague. I'm not saying colleagues cannot be friends, but I'm just saying we should learn to rank people where they are supposed to be. Because if we are ranking people where they're supposed to be and giving people at the level or at the pedestal where they are supposed to be, we will not be having cases of fake friends here and there. It's simply because you've taken an acquaintance from just being an acquaintance to a place of friend. You're giving this person way too much information they're supposed to know. You're telling them things that don't even concern them. And at the end of the day, they will use these things you've told them to do you dirty. They'll use it to come against. They'll use it to attack you. And then you start crying. Well, you're my friend. I would never have done this to you. Hello? They didn't see you as friends. I just feel like most times we don't even know our place in people's lives. We just carry them and skyrocket them to something they are not. It's okay. I was watching a show, I think it's Real Housewives of Lagos or so. Somebody introduced another person and they were like, oh, you guys know each other when they exchange pleasantries. And the other lady said, yeah, she's a customer. Now, the other lady that was introduced as a customer was now upset. And she's like, what? No, I'm supposed to be your friend. I'm not your customer. And this babe says, hello sis, I'm sorry if you have taken me to the level where I'm your friend. But to me, you are a customer and a good one at that. You are a good client. That is the level of relationship we have. And it ends there. No more, no less. When we come to the workspace, we will vibe, we will talk, and we will act like reasonable adults that don't have any malice or any beef, and we would work good. Outside that, you are not my friend. I will not call you by 10 p.m. or by 1 a.m. to tell you something that is keeping me up at night, or to cry, or turn you to a shoulder to lean on when I know that you are not my friend. It is this too much of information that we give people that grant them the access to hurt us. Your friend is somebody that knows what's up in your life. They say it's something they call inner kakus. They are your inner kakus people. They are the inside, they are your tribe. So you don't just award that level of privilege to anybody because you're trying to protect yourself amongst other things. There are certain things that there are some you will tell your friends that you know that he dies with them. Not everybody deserves to know where you live. Because you know this thing that said that is somebody that's on the inside that will have easier access to hurt you. That we've been working well for the past 5 years does not mean that you deserve to know my house. I meet you at the office, I meet you at the workspace, we laugh, we chill, we do our job like civilized people. I go home, you go home. You don't need to be in my space. You don't need to know where I live. You don't need to know where I stay. You don't need to know what I'm having for breakfast. All of that extra stuff is not your business because you are my colleague. Now, when relationships now progress and you've seen beyond reasonable doubt that this is somebody you can trust, you can start letting them in. Even in the letting in process, it's a gradual process. It's a step-by-step process. You don't just let people in into your space because, no, you don't do it for your own good. Forget about any other person, but for your own good, for your own safety. Don't let people into your space because that is the perfect. Some people are waiting, patiently waiting to enter your corner to hurt you. They're patiently waiting to enter your corner to take that thing that you must have told them that is precious to you. So let us learn and know where to draw the line. Let us know where to place people. People that are friends, let them be at the friendships. And you don't even need to have a lot of friends. A few good friends would take you on for as long as you want. You don't need to be packing the world to yourself. Because it's out of that pack, you don't know who is the lion and be the what in sheep clothing. Out of that multitude of people you're gathering, that's where they'll be able to hurt you. Your friend should be able to tell you the truth, and you know that this person is saying this thing not out of malice, not out of competition, but out of love. Your friend should be able to look you in the eye and tell you the bitter truth, no matter how bitter it is. Your friend is that person that should be able to look you straight into your eyes and tell you if you're acting stupid. Your friend will tell you, excuse me dear, this move is a stupid move and you just have to stop doing it. That is what friends are for. Friends are not just for the good times. Your friend is supposed to be able to call you out. I'm not saying people will not gist though, but your friend is supposed to be able to call you. You're supposed to leave a conversation with the person you call your friend and you will feel good. You're not supposed to leave a conversation with them and then you feel like, what just happened? Like, your brain is not as if the brain is retarding. You're supposed to leave a conversation with your friend and you feel refreshed. You feel like you've learned something new. Friendship relationship is not supposed to be toxic. Why are you in a toxic friendship? That person is not even your friend to start with. If the person is a toxic person, you're not supposed to be friends. Because friendship relationship is supposed to be healthy because it's a neutral ground. You are able to tell yourselves the truth as it is. Hello dear, work on this. Hello miss, hello mister, work on that. For us to be better and for us to be able to coexist in a good way, these are the things you do I don't like. So let us learn to accommodate each other and work on certain things. And it's as simple as that. I'm not supposed to tell my friend that, sorry, this thing you did to me yesterday hurt me, and then they'll start carrying face. For what? Why are you carrying face? I'm just saying something that got me upset and you're carrying face. That's, for me, that's already a red flag. So I think there are certain things we should look out in human beings before we start calling them or labeling them as friends. There's certain things we should look at and take some steps backward. I and my friends, we have the most real conversations with ourselves. We discuss everything and anything. We discuss business. You're really not somebody you discuss only boys or girls with. What's that? You are supposed to be able to discuss everything. Your friend is supposed to add value to your life. Your friend is supposed to have purpose, supposed to help you align even your own purpose. Your friend is supposed to be somebody you talk to when times are good, jolly good fellow. No, that's not a friend. That's far from what a friend is. That can be an acquaintance, somebody that you want to discuss babes with or guys with. You can go and meet them. When you put the course and gist finish, you go home. But when the chips are down, that is when you will know that you need real people in your life, real friends that you know that be over time you have looked at their characters and you have looked at them and you know that these people are people that can stand by me. That friend that is closer than a brother, that is the people you need to assign the word friends to, so that we can have reduce of friends killing friends, friends poisoning friends, friends going to backstab a friend, friends in competition. All these things are very unhealthy. We don't need it. Nigeria, the world at large, is too unhealthy to be having human being wahala, to be battling with your fellow human being. You're already battling with a lot. So don't add another individual, another human being to the list of the things that are stressing you out. It's not worth it. Let's learn to live and let live. Put the right people where they are supposed to be. Do your mathematics well before you say anybody is your friend. Don't hurt yourself, please. Don't do it to yourself. You don't deserve that. You don't deserve to be treated that way. You need to be friends with people that love you genuinely. They don't love you because they get to get things from you or they get to enjoy a certain privilege being around you. You need to be friends with people that love you for who you are. So in our next video, I'm going to be talking about steps on how to maintain a healthy friendship, because it's okay to just say friends this, friends that, friends that, but there are certain things that we do that will make us miss out or lose on actual and good friendship relationships. So I'm going to be sharing my ideas and my thoughts on how to maintain a good friendship. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to this episode, for coming to this chit chat. That's the English word, I don't even know. Thank you for coming, Sha. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment and let's discuss what card friendship has dealt to you, or dealt. What's happening to my English today? Sha, let us discuss what friends have done to you. Have you been lucky in the friendship game, or are you like one of us or one of those that assigned the word friend to every Tom, Dick, and Harry? Let's gist. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye, guys.